All right, we are recording. Today is going to be a very fun day. I got the keys to an S1000 R 2020. There she is right there, next to the beautiful green. I think that's a Vespa. Ooh, I'm already sweating in this suit, man. Throw my gloves on. Hope you guys are enjoying the very high quality of the Insta360 1R right now. I'm so impressed with this camera as a moto vlogging setup. Literally shoots in 5.3K, which is just absolutely nuts for an action camera. And of course, big thank you to BMW of Ventura for hooking it up with today's ride. Ooh, we got the Akrapovic, I think that's how you say it, Akrapovic exhaust. S1000 R 2020 from BMW. Very, very nice. We're gonna see how this rides as a taller rider. This is a brand new bike. They actually just rode it off as a demo for me. Huge shout out to them for trusting me with this. Ooh, listen to that sound. So they got 13 miles on it. Got good gas, brand new tires, so I can't go too crazy with it. Let this warm up real quick. This is the dash. This is what we're dealing with. Sounds super nice. Just gonna put this into first, and off we go. Ooh, this actually feels pretty nice. All right. So first things first, I'm actually gonna head over to Trader Joe's and grab a snack because I'm starving. I can feel my hips cramping up a little bit. I'm gonna save most of my recording for when we get to the Snake, which is where we're heading. Catch this bike in its prime, because just normal street roads won't do this bike justice. For those of you guys that don't know, this bike is, I don't know too much about it to be honest, but this bike is basically the base version of an S1000 R. It's a lower seat, and you're not as aggressive you're not in as much of an aggressive position as an S1000 R is, but this thing still has the power. 1000 cc's. It's got some power, man. I can already feel it. It's definitely a choppier throttle than the F900R, obviously because it's got more power. And I can see this thing just performing way better at higher speeds than lower speeds. I'll tell you that. You guys hear those exhaust pops? This bike has an Akrapovic exhaust. Sounds super nice. Ooh, these roads are not ideal. Throttle is very, very slippery in the sense that it's just not choppy, but it just wants to go, like I say in every single one of my videos. We got a 2-lane road coming up ahead where I can warm up the tires a little bit. Suspension is very stiff. Wow, man. I'm gonna slow down a little bit, warm up my tires. This is how I see everybody else do it. Should probably lean over more, but Get that rubber moving. Wow, that is so much fun. The guys at the dealership didn't give me a whole lot of information, and I honestly didn't want them to, mainly because I want to kind of just feel it as it is, and give my opinion based off of that, little first impressions. I really like the shifter. Has a nice clicking feel to it, nice sound. This is not going to be crazy detailed as in all the other reviews that I've done. Just more of a first impression from a new rider. Alright, so we're going to take it up into the canyons here. Got plenty of gas. Plenty of fuel as well. Dude, this bike just hauls. Wow. Looks like they added a bunch of reflectors here since the last time I came through here. This is always good. Ooh, I love those exhaust pops, man. Those sound so good. Pop, pop, pop. Something I really want to do very soon is take some courses on riding. The street's always going to be sketchy, but from what I've heard with a lot of friends and a lot of people that have had accidents, track experience is what's going to save you most of the time. And if I'm being honest, I've always been an athletic person. I think that I have pretty solid motor skills, not like on the level of an athlete, not like a professional athlete, or, you know, those friends that are just insanely good at like every sport. I'm definitely not one of those people. So I think that I'm definitely one of those people that just needs a lot of repetition. I'm a fast learner with some things, but when it comes to motor skills, my body's a lot bigger than most people, so when I watch other people perform something, it applies slightly different for me because of my height, being 6'8". But man, I love riding motorcycles. I have a lot of respect for all the riders that I used to film, man. Motorcycle riding is not easy. Oh, thank you so much. I've ridden, you know, a handful of bikes, not a crazy amount, but each time that I ride on them, the bike's gonna be different. So I haven't really adjusted to a bike long enough to really understand how it feels and how to react appropriately. And every bike is, of course, gonna feel slightly different. So as far as my, you know, over a long period of time, I'll get a lot more experience in that sense, testing different bikes and kind of knowing what to look out for, different power ranges of motorcycles, just the way that they handle, size, weight, everything. That's all gonna, you know, eventually hit me later in a good way, in the sense of, you know, it's gonna give me more insight. But I don't have a current bike that I can use to really like compare as my go-to motorcycle, if that makes sense. So if you're constantly switching on different motorcycles, you're gonna get, you know, different opinions on riding. The skill is always gonna kind of be there, but that skill only comes from riding different motorcycles. And because I'm changing the amount of bikes that I ride so often, especially now having BMW Ventura kind of as a sponsor, I'm gonna be riding a lot of different motorcycles. And that is no way complaining. I'm just trying to give you guys my point of view as far as riding goes. I also have some hair currently just tingling my eyelashes, and it's driving me nuts. Now, if you guys remember the XSR 700 video, right here is where I crashed. Not fun.
Josh still gives me shit to this day for crying like a little baby. My shoulder hurts. Interesting. Braking feels pretty nice. My hands are way too stiff though. Pop on my little indicator. Wait for this speed demon. And we chillin', ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Alright, so we're approaching the Mulholland Snake here. Crossing Canaan and Mulholland. We just took the back roads of Mulholland. And we're going to check out and see how the snake looks. Hopefully I actually trigger the sensor. The car behind me, hopefully he scoots up. He doesn't stay 30 feet back like most cars do. Thank you. Yes. Finally someone that understands. Ugh. That just happened. Alright. Let's see what's different. For most of you guys that don't know, the Mulholland Snake basically burned down to the ground with all the recent fires that came through here. Pretty crazy situation. And a lot of the homes got burnt down. Lots of homes, a lot of fences were kind of wrecked. So they all melted, so I'm just curious to see what's all been replaced. And this is still blocked off, but we'll check and see how it all looks. Off we go. Man, is this bike fun though. Sounds good. Engine braking feels pretty solid. This bike is fun, man, I'm not gonna lie. I really wish I was a little bit shorter so I could ride more motorcycles. Because all the fun ones are for all you shorties. I'm just playing. Fuel consumption's actually not too bad. You know, I haven't really been riding hard, but I haven't been riding soft. We only lost, looks like 1 bar since we started, 1 or 2 bars of fuel. We're still sitting at more than 3/4 of a gallon after about, what is that? Not that far then, I guess. 22 miles, that's not much at all. Take that back. Just feels like a long day. Got plenty of power when you need it, man. Oh shit. That's what happens when you don't have proper driving lessons. Unbelievable. That worker truck looks like it just tried to cut off the guy with the tow, or that tow truck carrying a car on the back. That's just sketchy, man. Look at, dude, dude's driving like an idiot. What is he doing? Like, you're literally towing another truck on the back of your own truck. Don't you think you should be driving a little bit more aware?